Delta's very down. We're at the lows on the Delta here. We could break this weekly low for more downside. Careful with your longs, guys. Especially you, Chuck. I know how much you love to long shit that's going down.
Yeah. Pick strikes lighten up.
All right, coming back down here. So far, this is a pretty clear downtrend. If I go long, I'm going to want it to be lower than here. We're still fleshing out a thin profile, so we'll see what happens. We're still in price discovery on the RSI here, right? We never broke above the lower band. Right? These have all been price discovery shorts. I'll be right back.
Fade off the weekly again if you're looking long. ES is just chopping over VWAP. We're right on the RTH point of control. So, middle diddle. Just hanging out here at the bottom of the weekly range. We are below the monthly VWAP. We've tapped that from the bottom side a couple times.
Listen, come on, we're a team. Sorry. Don't let the. Is this way questions?
Come on, tap it. 585. Come on.
How's life going, man?
Good. I'm actually on stream.
Oh, yeah.
It's not on mute.
And you're unmuted. Yes, came down to the lower band. We go back up. ES at the monthly VWAP.
Okay, sorry about that. I should have muted. We have a friend over looking at the bathroom. We're redoing the bathroom.
Gotcha.
It's good when you have friends that are plumbers and builders and they take care of you. Except for my friend who owns an AC company and banged me on the capacitor. For you guys that remember that. Yep, exactly. Thanks for reminding me, guys. The specifics. It's amazing how smart a person can be in one area and so stupid in another. I don't know shit about ACs or a lot of handiwork, to be honest. Not my forte.
Well, if you ever have any questions, just ask me.
Yes, I will. Okay, so are we breaking into price discovery on the week? Now, careful on the rotate. I mean, these are like 70-point rotations right now. So if you're early, you can easily be squeezed out. We're down a full percentage point on the NASDAQ here. Yeah, I get that, Blake. For sure. Plus, he dropped everything and like shot over to my house within like 10 minutes. So there's something to be said for that type of service as well, not just the part. Yeah, there's there's an extension on yesterday's IB at 550. There's also a value area low from January, what is that? 2nd. All right, I think I'm going to switch over to my cash account. See if I can make some money in there. Let's go. It's quick, 210 bucks. All right. Well, I literally just opened my cash account and 280.
Nice. ES back to VWAP. Gonna boogie on through. All right. I'll take that. Chris, I sat through some heat. I was long for a while.
No shit. You long in this environment?
I worked. It worked. Pivot S2, it held. It was down there. It was the excess price on the week. I was in what, 12 MNQ, and it turned. That was good. That was a good fade again of the weekly on ES, and the monthly. I had backup support across the indices, so it played out.
Look at ES
I'm done.
at the high there.
Mm-hmm.
Nice short again. Yeah, I'm playing some nice games. You know what?
Cancel all. I'm done with that account. 1450 this
Let's
morning.
put my performance. So 367 in 3 trades. One was 27 seconds, one was 10 seconds, one was 6 seconds. All 1 mini, $366. This looks like 1 minute, doesn't it? From 10:06 to 4, 2 minutes, 2 minutes and 20 seconds. I made $370. So
Boom.
few
swinging
things you
minis?
can do that as opposed to futures. Hey, I'll be a 2-minute man all day, Dale. Guys, that's where I find my edge. I really do. You know, I think there's a lot of edge in scalping NQ.
We coming in for an RTH VWAP bounce here on NQ. Kind of at the top of a distribution here as well.
Is this a return to value?
Could be. Ticka. ES coming into weekly VWAP. And it cleared 69.60. That to me is a very bullish sign.
Yeah, me too. I agree. With ES about to go green.
It just tapped the weekly VWAP on ES. Come back up to 700 on NQ.
I'm gonna do that thing where I
Pay yourself.
pay myself. Yeah, why not? Let's see. I'll take $423, please. Thank you. That'll be in my account literally by this late afternoon. Yeah, be careful with that VWAP. With the rest of the markets are rallying, and I have a feeling it's going to pull up the Nasdaq. We already have rallied almost a full 0.5% in less than 10 minutes. So that's something you want to be very careful shorting.
Shorting a failed breakdown.
Yeah, my nemesis. I think the
ES
better
getting
trade would
close
be
to
up here, 708 to 728. You have a bunch of stack levels up here. You have the weekly VWAP, a composite LVN, value area high, Globex VWAP, all in a 20-point range here. A plus.
It's like it's a break and back test of the monthly now. We're on the monthly, using it as support.
Nice, Joe. Good work.
The RTH is right there.
Today's been one of those days. Just in sync. In sync with the markets today.
Are you surprised, Chris? I didn't take a single short.
No. And an amazing downtrend opportunity. If you would have had that same mentality of how you like to hold trades for bigger winners, short was the way to go.
Yeah. And I still hit my profit target. ES rejected the weekly VWAP there. Back testing this 69.60.
Okay. Not too shabby. Payout hit in top one. Cash account paid. Now we'll go back to my take profit trader and just kind of grind it out, I guess. Nigel, that's probably a great idea. Take the money, enjoy the rest of the day. Or switch over to a simulator and practice and refine your edge, do drilling, execution drills, DOM drills. These are always things that need to be practiced and honed. I still do them after years and years. I'll switch over to a simulator and execute on the DOM, make sure I'm always in tune with the latest price action.
Come on.
Interesting. Let's see what happens here. Above VWAP trap on the RTH in the monthly? I don't know. I'll be right back.
Oh, get me. Come on. ES is at this upper band, and this 69.60 level is very, very key. I mean, that was yesterday's low. If we can reclaim that, it's very bullish, and it's just sitting on top of it right now. It looks like NQ is reclaiming and holding the monthly, sitting right on top of this RTH VWAP. Point of control just moved up here for the RTH session at 25,678. And there's a big volume shelf right at value area high, 682. Tick strike with some buyers. ES has, it's got to chew through the weekly VWAP here. There it goes. ES breaking through the weekly VWAP. Can we make it back up to that 708 level? Ooh, that got rejected. See if they go at it again. Delta is up, up, up. Aggressive buyers, they're getting absorbed. Back down to this volume shelf at 682. See that VWAP. Morning, Vilsey. Oh, checked it again.
Interesting how price stalled also at the point of control on the RSI. And look at this divergence.
Mm.
Nice, guys.
Right on point of control.
Could be an interesting area for a short. I don't know. Delta's starting to go sideways.
Whoosh.
Or is here the place for the short?
And it's 700.
I grabbed
Just trying to break above.
I know. I grabbed 98 and a quarter. That.
Yes, at a tappy place. People are comfortable paying these prices. I have a composite volume profile from December 28th, and we're right on that point of control. The fab, there's definitely other confirmations. I mean, we're looking at cumulative volume delta. We're looking at the volume profile. It's not just levels. Yeah, JP, I can't do it either. Oof. It's rejected again. Some work to do here.
The fab says y'all just trading, scalping off levels, no other confirmation. I think there's a lot of content you need to go through, Fab. We have a lot of lessons on everything. The quick answer is no. I mean, I scalp a lot off of key levels, but you have to understand the setups. So go through the course, maybe read the book, And then you'll have an understanding of what we're doing.
Yeah. And it's not candlestick formations.
Definitely not. Okay. Still thinking short off of that level there. That was a nice grab. Should have took it for a little more than I did because it came all the way back down to monthly. I mean, if it were just candlestick formations, I definitely wouldn't have all this shit on my chart. I probably
Where's
give
your
price action traders anxiety looking at my chart. Corey, you having a good day? Nice. I can tell. When Corey comes in, let's go. You know Corey's having a good day. That's all right. We all eat shit here and there. Guys, remember we have group coaching at 12:30. So in 2 hours in the classroom, the premium classroom, we're going to be doing a group coaching. We're going to be going over the VWAP Wave System principles.
there it goes.
All right, let's see what happens at this level.
VWAP. Little tapacito of VWAP.
Look at that. Anybody grab that one? Because that played off to the tick.
Corey, we've got a weekly VWAP right there in its way. It's happy just hanging out.
It's like it's coming back to test it. It could break through with a vengeance. So let's see what happens.
Let's get a big slurp up there at 7-Eleven. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm looking for. I did slip and said hoping.
Are we trading hope today? I'm just teasing.
Some days.
I'm gonna be using the hope strategy.
Setup number 5. Or hope a lot.
Yeah, there's some buy-in here, and we put in a couple of higher lows on the delta. So the selling has definitely been mitigated. But that can, as we all know, that can change at a moment's notice.
Yep. Corey, I'm watching for the exact same thing.
ES appears to be flagging. I'm not trading up here. I don't like how it's really not reversing yet. I'm going to wait for some real sellers to step back in if I'm going to go short. We went from 30.2-minute candles to 20. Current one is like 13, right? Volatility is compressing. This is the kind of stuff that generally gets bought up here. Let's see if the
ES just tapped the upper band.
I see that. I like the long. Maybe NQ can push through up here. We'll see. It seemed like the delta might be turning here to the downside. When do we just keep the previous IB? So as soon as there's a new initial balance, I'm not watching the yesterdays anymore. So it's just until 10:30, then I'm on to the new levels. Goes. It's gonna try. Ba-boom.
There we go. Sat that long for a while.
You?
Yeah,
That's so out of character.
I know. I am a character when it comes to long. I got my 7-Eleven though.
Let's see if we can hold, or that's just a bull trap.
No, that was RTH upper band.
Yep, I see
Value area
that.
high on the RTH volume profile. Anybody, any of you ES traders? Allie Jane, good. You caught the ES PDC right off the upper
Nice.
band.
Yeah, that was a
Nice.
beauty. That's this trade right here, guys. If you're not watching, would you look at that? Weird. To the tick.
It is. There's a bunch of absorption happening on ES right at the weekly VWAP. So we weren't able to hold above VWAP on. We didn't get acceptance on NQ.
No. That was a quick rejection.
It's an S1 right there at 7-Eleven. That level stack you were talking about earlier.
Yep. Not surprised.
Yeah, this selling off. Yep. Doesn't surprise me one bit. All right. It's in that low volume node, Corey, on ES 58.
Ba-boom.
Got an IB.
And we are smack at the middle of it.
Right. That's weird, Jake. I switched things up today, Chris. I have a 1 minute and a 5 minute. So I don't want to get caught by missing 5 minute context.
Yep, I always got my 5 minute right here. And I actually watch my RTH chart with the delta on the 1 minute.
Corey, does 57 3/4 work for you?
I got bought up.
Yep.
Well, the diddle in the middle trade is on.
Mm-hmm. POC is acting as support for now. 678.50. It's anchor VWAP to the low. See what that looks like. Oh, get low, get low, get low. We've been just hugging that upper band.
Yep.
Now we're breaking down in
We
below.
touched it to the tick. To the tick. Look at this. Ba-boom. Yep. There goes. This could be the VWAP Bounce short playing out after 10 minutes of absorption at the VWAP level. Or just another pullback before we get a higher low. I see a couple of different scenarios panning out here. Maybe back to 38 or 20, 620. It is kind of odd that we did go to this stacked level I was talking about right here. That was an A+ setup short if you were patient. Hey, Sally. Look at you trading the Dow. Bennett, this is a stack zone. We have value area high, the Globex VWAP. We have a composite LVN. We have weekly VWAP, all in a 20-point zone. Super stacked confluence area. Wish I would have marked it out earlier when I talked about it. It's cooler when I mark it out and then it goes right to it and reverses.
ES coming into VWAP here. NQ down to lower band. You gonna fade this lower band?
I don't know. I don't think so. Delta's back at the lows here.
Oh, look at that.
I'd like to see it go back to that weekly lower band first. I think that's going to be the better short spot. But it's accelerating. If this is the next leg down, the next move can be really violent. So we just put in a lower high. Yeah, no knife catching. Well, theoretically, we're still in weekly balance. So it's which we've held multiple times, 3 times already.
ES off of IB mid.
But it could be. Yeah, 609 is good. 602 is better. What's 609? I don't even see anything at 609. Why 609? I got weekly lower at 603, 604. Yeah, the higher minutes aggregate data weird. The higher time frames. The lower time frames are more accurate. I did a whole video on it, Gory.
Buyers have arrived. Whoosh.
Whoosh. They really arrived too. The delta is actually very strong there. Actually, I should have seen that 2 minutes ago.
Anybody grab that VWAP
I'm
bounce?
I'm in a
ES?
little late, but I'll take it. Serious buying on the delta. Look at that. Ooh, you could even take it late. That's 10 points right there. Let's see if we get more. I'm gonna go to break even. So this thing either runs or I'm out break even. One or the other.
On another push. Give me push.
Yeah, come on.
Get through that RTH VWAP. Let's go. We're at upper band on ES.
It took me out.
Yep, me too.
I'll try it again though. Yeah. Okay. It's also monthly VWAP, isn't it?
Yep. I'm back
There
in.
goes. Try again. You gonna try this party
I'm back
again?
in.
God, I love Tick Strike.
It's such a reassuring
It
feeling
really
to
is.
hear that. To hear that.
Look at that.
Tick, 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 tick.
20 points. Oh,
I'm up 30.
Tick Strike let me know the buyers were not giving up, guys. Tick Strike said, no, we're still here.
Coming up to a Madonna. Look at that VWAP bounce on ES. Anybody grab that? Did you? Good job, Allie.
Nice, Julie. Julie's like you, Chuck. I was saw some of her trades. She likes to long.
Yeah.
She's a fan.
Madonna's coming up on ES. Oh, look at that. It's breaking through. Breaking through the weekly VWAP on ES. 700 rejected again.
Yeah, VWAP bounce on ES. Off IB mid and VWAP. ES could be in a balance day, actually. ES is starting to look like a balance day. If we break above IB high and hold, we can get another move, but nice, Josh. Once you go dumb, you can't go back.
670.
If you want to be a professional at executing trades and getting in at good levels, getting out at good levels, there's no better place to trade than the DOM. I'm still holding this one. I'm in at 70. So I'm up about 20 points up here. I might just close it. Oh, nope. Yep.
Still going.
That was
ES came
nice.
ES back tested the upper band.
That was a $500 trade right there on one
Could be
mini.
the move.
It's awkward because it's new, Julie. The more you practice it, the more it becomes second nature. It would be like picking up a flute and practicing for the first couple of weeks. You'd be like, this thing feels weird. Well, you're not a flute player, right? Practice it for a couple of months, a couple of years. Flute doesn't feel weird anymore. Wow, that was Chuck. She was a flute player. What are the odds of that? I usually say piano, but for some reason I chose flute. I don't know why.
It's that Drysdale intuition.
Yeah, seriously. David here is a professional piano player. He loves my instrument metaphor analogy. Right, Lager? That was weird. I don't know why I chose a different instrument today. It's almost always been a piano.
Fantastic, Carlos. Good job, buddy.
Hey, Carlos. Good job. Yeah, I'm a mentalist, all right. My wife says I'm mental as well.
Yours too?
Why don't we do a little check-in, guys? We're back at point of control. This is a good place to kind of watch here for a minute. Really nice setups today, guys. Clean, beautiful levels today. Really nice. Nice, Jake. Why not wrap it up at the big fat green? Come back tomorrow or switch over to a simulator.
Corey's looking
Nice,
for that
JP.
giveaway.
Yeah, we had a nice stream today. We did our giveaway on Tuesday night. Corey, you missed it. It was on the Asia stream this week. Looking forward to it too. I'll be doing a lot of meetings tomorrow. I have 5 sessions booked tomorrow. It's gonna be a very busy day for me. And Saturday I have 4 new inner circle members coming in. Excited for the second cohort. It's gonna be awesome. I'm expecting us to be full in the next week or so. We sold already. I think we're almost at 20 spots. Small red's okay. It is moving fast. You'll get used to it. There's also ES, which is a little slower, but it's also been quite choppy up there. Yes. NQ has been really clean today, comparatively. Really nice VWAP bounce on ES. Nice VWAP bounce short on NQ. Complete opposite.
ES is really struggling with that weekly VWAP.
What martial arts does he do, Corey?
Never heard of it, Corey.
Kajum Kimbo. Yeah, where is that from, Corey? Sounds interesting. My son is a black belt in Taekwondo. He knows all the Korean and all that shit. It's crazy. I did Krav Maga for a while. That was fun. It just takes, I don't have enough time to do all that kind of stuff. Wish I did. I get my workout in, my cardio, my weightlifting. That's really all I have time for these days, it seems. Sorry, Danny. I don't speak 19-year-old. If there's a word my 14-year-old son uses, I try not to use it because I have to be the adult.
Right.
I'm mostly listening to the audio on Tick Strike. That's kind of the whole point. I have it up here on the screen, but I'm mostly watching the DOM, so I can't watch the dashboard as much. That's more for you guys. I'm listening to it. The whole point is the audio version. So I'm watching the DOM in tandem with the audio, and it gives me a really good idea of what the time and sales is doing, along with the delta. And you can really get in pretty good sync with the order flow. And the immediate order flow, not like footprint charts, but like what the tape is doing right now.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh
That is my
yeah.
kryptonite.
Yeah, nothing worse than nerdy dad.
How many times I've heard Dad stop?
Yeah. Tim, the Madonna is the first touch of the initial balance. So the Madonna trade is when we approach the initial balance high or low, and we touch the initial balance high or low. We expect a rejection. We fade it back inside the initial balance, and we call it the Madonna because the initial balance was touched for the very first time.
Bucanero, it is a setup on NQ. We're down here at the lower band, which is coming back from VWAP. ES is at VWAP again. I don't like how ES spent 5 minutes just above VWAP though.
Drew, I don't think I could get my leg to do that. My leg doesn't go that high. I love weightlifting. I hate stretching. Hate it.
What setup is that, Mezzy? That's seeing shorts. You're at value area low. You're at the lower band. 1 NQ.
Yep, we're at the bottom band on RSI too. So you generally don't want to short into the value area low. That's like I mean, we could go down from here, but that doesn't mean you want to take this area as the trade location. You should have been short up here. So this would be trying to sell right into the bottom of the distribution. That's not a low probability trade. You're just hoping it keeps going down and breaks all these levels. Now, I'm not saying it's not going to keep going down. It's just not a great trade location. It's not high probability. What we want to see is some acceptance and then, maybe really aggressive selling. You could possibly grab a momentum scalp, but ideally acceptance and then a pullback short. Be right back.
Well, Alfie, the ES is just below VWAP. Maybe if it comes back up and back tests the VWAP, it would be a short setup, but right now it's just in the middle. And NQ is at RTH lower band and value area low. After a decent sell-off like that, could be time for the market to rotate. So there was Mezzy. There was the back test of VWAP on ES. So that to me would then be a short setup.
VWAP scalp short.
I took that long from value area low. And it was weekly lower band. It was just below where price got to. LJ, LJ Biz brought the RSI to us. No, nobody's fighting Wendizzle.
There's the long. That was right after the value area low. And what do we say about shorting into the value area low? Really bad place to short. Sure looked like it was going down, didn't it? Since then, we've bounced 40 points within minutes. Or like 2 minutes. LJ brought the RSI tool to us. LJ Biz. Wendy.
I severely mishandled that one.
Look at that. Fade value area extreme long. Right off the RSI lower band. I mean, this thing has been super accurate today.
Long from 621.
The same thing goes for longing into value area high. Absolutely. And the more pronounced the distribution, the more we expect it to hold like a magnet. Price is just going to keep being pulled back inside. We want to see acceptance outside of the distribution. Time or distance out of it before we can trust that we're no longer going to trade in balance.
Yes, all the way back to weekly VWAP.
Guys, we got group coaching at 12:30. Just a reminder, 90 minutes in the premium classroom. Come join us for that. We'll be going over the VWAP Wave principles, exact same stuff we talk about every single day. And if you're not following the principles, you can't select the proper setup. So knowing the setups alone is not good enough. You have to understand the principles and apply them. It does, Buzz. It's more, so when we're in balance, I'll go over today, actually. Buzz, are you going to be able to come to group coaching at 12:30? Okay, I'm going to go over that today. We're still trading in RTH here. All right, so if we that. So if we look at the RTH, we're just trading in that now. So if we were to get rid of everything else, this is what we have. Looks pretty balanced to me. Since we returned to value around 10 a.m., about an hour ago, we've been trading in this balance area.
ES is tapping IB high.
Yeah.
Is it time? The perma bull in me says, go, go, go.
Is that Andy's version of Manic Bull?
Of Cocaine Bear?
No, Manic Bull is the degenerate gambler side. Cocaine Bear is the tilted out revenge trader side.
That's right. Yes, I do have tendencies of a manic bull. That's for sure.
Yeah, Clara. I mean, that's very much what I do. I scalp the setups. Sometimes I'll work in a momentum trade in the direction post setup, but for the most part, that's how I'm trading. I'm doing it on the DOM. I'm scalping with hotkeys. I wait for my levels. I take the trade. I don't wait for confirmation. There are some indications I might avoid a setup, but if those reasons to not take it are there, I'm just taking the trade as close to the level as I can. Yeah, exactly, Clara. And unless you're sitting there all day, this system is designed for anybody who wants to be a profitable trader in an hour or two a day. You don't have to sit here all day to be a profitable trader. In fact, I usually trade less than 2 hours every day, at least my day trading. I am monitoring my options trades and my swings and my positions, obviously outside of 2 hours, but in terms of sitting in front of the screen day trading, it's less than 2 hours.
The absorption on ES buyers is it's impressive to see. Point of control. See VWAP again.
So we're chopping around the RTH VWAP. No trend here, guys. The trend is over. This is now balanced for the time being. We could leave balance at any one of these rotations, but we're going to assume we're going to stay in balance until we get acceptance outside of this area. And what's the area? I would say it's roughly this value area high to value area low. So 700 to about 615. Maybe even a little lower, 603, let's make it. 605 to 700. So about a 95-point value area. So trading right here is like diddling in the middle. This is a coin flip proposition right here. I see no edge in trading right here whatsoever. So now is the time to be patient. Yeah, that happens, Drew. And we can relapse into old behaviors, so you have to be ever vigilant. They never go away. They're always lurking underneath the surface. We can go back into those old patterns at any point. So we always have to be focused on our discipline. I just said YMS. We're at the middle of the point of control. We're in the middle of the highest traffic area, the highest price point. We've been chopping around this middle area. There's no edge. It's a coin flip. If you want to gamble and just be like, maybe we'll go up, maybe we'll go down, this is a good spot to do it. But if you're looking for high probability setups, there is nothing here. Right in the middle. We call it don't diddle in the middle.
Chopping around monthly VWAP.
Now, a lot of newer traders, they always feel like they need to be in a trade. Like, I need to take a trade. Oh, I'm missing this move down. I'm moving this move up. Right? You need to chill. Right?
You just need to chill.
There will be good setups. And I'm not speaking to you directly, Mez. I'm talking in generalities. No, don't hate yourself. We've blown lots of accounts. This is a journey, Marcus. You gotta practice and take today as another learning. You know, are you taking trades where there's no edge? Exactly, JP. Here, let's make Marcus feel a little better. If you've blown more accounts than you care to admit, put a big fat capital B in the chat. So, Marcus, you are clearly not alone. It always hurts. But let's put it this way. I know blowing evaluations or funded accounts, even funded accounts with money in them, right? That's always, always, always going to be better than taking a big loss in a cash account. Your risk is already mitigated by trading in a prop firm account. It's protecting you from yourself. Losing $2,000 in an evaluation or a funded account is a lot gentler than losing $2,000 in your cash account, and they're just as easy to do.
Madonna and the Britney on ES worked out fantastic.
Mez, it can be in the right conditions. It's not in balance. It's not. It tends to be a price magnet that we chop around. And I'm going to go over that in group coaching today at 12:30 if you could make it. But in order to understand auction market theory, you have to understand the different types of market conditions, right? Balance market versus price discovery or imbalance, and what rules apply to each condition. And once you can recognize what condition we're in, then we look for specific setups and things to happen, right? So in trending conditions, point of control can absolutely play out as a support or resistance. But currently we are now in a balance area, and point of control tends to be a price magnet. We keep getting pulled back to it, and we tend to chop and rotate around it. So you have to be able to understand the differences. It's not the same thing all the time. And that's where, again, a lot of newer traders want just simple rules. Like, okay, I see the point of control. It's always going to be a supporter. It just doesn't, it's not that simple. Right? The market's always changing, and you have to be able to identify the market condition and apply the proper rules in that condition.
VWAP shows up on ES again. The lower band on NQ one more time. Now, can ES break back above 69.60?
That was another fade value or extreme, guys. Third one in a row. Once, twice, thrice. Now we want to see, do we get continuation from the buyers here? If so, we're going to expect it to go back to point of control. If we can't get by the point of control, we're going to go to the recent side of value. We'll come back down to 630. If we get past it, we'll expect to go back to the VWAP or value area high up here, up at 700. that's according to the principles. 1107 on ES. 1107 on ES.
It's more fade value area extreme.
I would say so too, because we've built value. We've already built value up here. All right, so we have a distribution. All right, so this is like a value area high. So this would still be a fade value area extreme. But yeah, Chuck and I are on the same.
I mean, it went right up to IB high and rejected off of that. Man, 69.60 rejected hard. It's not what I was looking for. They're going to defend this lower band again. They're going to defend VWAP. Shit.
Are you long
Yeah.
on NQ or ES?
Yeah, I've been long since backtesting the RTH, looking for the next leg up.
We rejected right at the VWAP, didn't we?
Yeah. It came right up to my average entry. It's going to hurt.
Doesn't have to hurt. You can exit
No,
here.
it doesn't.
You can stop the pain right now.
Yeah, I can. I've had Journey playing in my head.
You're making it worse.
Don't stop believing.
This is where the hope comes in. I hope it will go back up. And you might get rewarded for it.
Well, the market's gonna keep doing what it's been doing. It
This
comes
is
to the lower
true.
band and-
This is true. But then, all right, I'm with you.
I mean, the delta on ES keeps going up. I mean, the delta, it's helping. NQ's just been sideways on the delta with big swings. Do not trust hope.
Until it
Trust
doesn't,
signal.
LJ, but we do not predict. That's what risk management is for.
Yeah. All right, I'm out.
We don't predict outcomes. We trade the structure. This is going to be the time it breaks, right? I don't know. You probably just, that's how many times do you do that and you get offsides? But this thing we can see excess price all the way down to IB low.
Did that the last time. I basically did the same play twice, and I really got burned on.
Yep, Chuck loves longs, and this always happens when the market's down. You know, we're down spot 8. He's longing in red markets. I don't know, guys. This is just me here. Let's hear from the ladies in the house. I mean, I think I look way better with as a bald man than I do with hair. That's pretty awful.
Such a divergence on ES.
Oh, Jake, there's a problem with that. I'm going to look like a clown because I only have hair on the sides of my head. So Nickelback, that's funny. I look like Larry David. Oh, I know, Jake. I can tell you right now. Spoiler alert.
Another fade value area extreme. Will it keep going? Let's get some tick strike going.
That's right, Julie. I don't feel like I could look in the mirror at this point. I wouldn't even recognize myself.
Now we're putting in meme requests.
Thank you, Ray. The emotional support's coming through. Nice, Julie. Yeah, I'm going to wrap up here in about 10 minutes. I'm going to take a little hour break, have a little lunch, and then we'll do group coaching at 12:30. We have the evening stream at 7 p.m. tonight, Asia Open, for anybody who would like to join that. Friday, we just have stream. Saturday, Mustafa will be running a new member orientation at 12 o'clock New York time on Saturday. It says classroom. It's right below this one. All right, Danny. Well, I think that's a good call, Danny, for let's do a trader check-in, guys. Where are we at? Are you getting chopped up here? Are you giving back profits? Are you sitting here patient like I am, waiting for actual edge to show up?
No, Crypto Penguin.
Oh,
No.
man.
No.
Oh, I'm saving
mountains.
this one in the records.
No.
Yep. This one's going into the folder.
Not cool, dude.
This one's
Not
going in the
cool.
folder. Danny has no boundaries whatsoever. Uh-oh, is this one going to move?
Do not trust to hope. It has forsaken these markets.
Wow. You guys seen this one?
Dave, not cool, dude.
Do not trust to hope. It has forsaken these markets.
Hell of a crew we got here.
Guys, I'm going to do a little poll real quick. I'm not going to reveal any names. So somebody DM'd me yesterday saying they found the GIFs and the memes distracting, that we should be focused on trading, which is a fair point.
Yep, it is.
So I'm going to put it to a vote here. You guys can vote. Should we allow GIFs or memes in the main chat? I'm not going to say who it was. I mean, this person came to me in confidence, right? Maybe, and it's a fair opinion, right? So we'll just put it to a vote here. Now, I do try to keep it on topic when things are busy, right? But when we're chopping around, doing nothing, going sideways, it's okay to have a little banter, I think.
I think so too.
That's an overwhelming yes. 95%. People have spoken.
Right to the monthly VWAP. Down again. ES fading the upper band.
So I can't, obviously we can't appeal to everybody, right? There's always going to be people on both sides of the fence. So when it comes to issues like this, I'm going to try and do it democratically, and the popular vote will win. And we'll try to keep it on topic, guys, when things are busy, right? But we all know that there's times where we should be sitting on our hands waiting for better trades. The rotations slow down, we start grinding, and we should not be taking trades. So with that said, we're going to continue to allow the gifts and the memes. But when things are busy, we're gonna bring it back to staying on topic. We will moderate. I'm thinking we see lower sooner or later. Did you take profits on that trade, Chuck? What did you do there?
I did.
You're welcome, Danny. Have a good one.
ES is kind of making a wedge with a flat top right at IB high. Higher lows.
So Amy, I'll go over it real quick. I probably should do a little, what do they call it on a map? Where like the different colors and symbols and stuff have a key. Is it the key? What is it? A key? Legend. Thank you, Russ. Yeah, we should have like a little legend. The purple is monthly. The cyan is weekly. The dotted is the actual VWAP. The dashed are the outer bands. The gold are composite LVNs. The orange is the Globex VWAP. So yeah, I think I'll do a little bit of a legend. That's a great idea.
Off a value area low again.
Here are my notes.
ES wicked right off of VWAP again. Can we get above the RTH VWAP this time?
Not yet, Amy.
Or monthly?
I'm going to create a legend though. And everything here is recorded as well. But I'm going to create a little legend for it. They heard about you, Corey. They're like, oh, this guy's here to give us a problem again. Well, the legend's going to be different based on everybody's personal opinion, settings, right? You can change the colors to all of this. Not everybody has the same colors as I do. Or even dashes, dots. That's all customizations. So just so everybody knows what's on my chart, I would imagine. Yeah, there's no, you could try and fade this stuff. What we're seeing, who knows what pattern I'm seeing that I generally like.
Flat bottom. Yeah.
Descending triangle.
Perfect to go long on, right?
Until it
Look at CBD. It's the same.
Those are different videos, Russ. So the how to set up your indicators is just initial balance, VWAP, and the volume profile. So to get the composite levels, there's a video for that. Weekly VWAP, monthly VWAP, there's a video for that. Yeah, I'm not a fan, Penguin. Plus, it doesn't mark out everything. There's a bunch of things it doesn't mark out.
I see the same thing, Logger, but makes me a little squeamish.
Let me grab those videos for you, Russ. And then I'm going to call it a morning here, and I'm going to take a little break, and we'll do coaching at 12:30.
See you, JP.
Yeah, it was a good session. Thanks, JP. Russ, that's for the weekly, monthly stuff. And then this is going to be for the composites. There you go. I'm actually going to give you one more because if you haven't seen this video, you got to see it. It's one of my better videos on the volume profile and some of the principles we've been talking about. So where is it? Here it is. There you go. All right, guys. I'm going to wrap up here. About 400 and change in my cash account. About $1,200 in this take profit trader evaluation. And hit payout, my top one, direct to funded. It's going to be $3,500. So excellent day, especially after that Tuesday. That was not a great day for me. I'm called back nicely. We're going to be doing group coaching at 12:30. Come join us in the premium classroom. Bring your questions. No, Russ, these dive into a little deeper than the WAP course. WAP course is like basics and framework. And then these specific videos are like deep dive on very specific topics. Oh, they should be in the WAP course. Yeah, that's a good idea. I should organize it like that. No, I misunderstood your question, Russ. Yeah, no, that's a good point. I'll think about that, how I can do that. All right, guys, let me. That is a good idea, Russ. I could probably do that relatively easily. I'll do it in the Discord and the WAP materials. I'll just rearrange them so they're a little cleaner and then mix those in. Okay, cool. There was one other thing I wanted to take note of. The legend. That's what it was. All right, guys. Good suggestions. I'll work on all that stuff. Have a wonderful morning. If you're going to keep trading, you guys can head on over to the live trading room while you wait, or take a break. Maybe have a little lunch or breakfast or dinner, depending on what part of the world you're in. We will be live tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. At least I will. And Asia, come join me for that trading session. I normally watch gold and silver. That'll be a good time. And we will have group coaching here in about an hour. And we'll be back at it tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the New York Open for the low latency Discord stream. And that will be at 10 a.m. for the delayed YouTube stream. All right, guys. Have a wonderful day. Thanks, Chuck, for joining me today. And I will see you guys in a little bit if you're coming to group coaching. Have a wonderful day. Manage your risk and stay sharp out there, traders.
See you, everyone.